fingiamo un down, sì, non cazzo gira, cosa so che mi tocca cargando.
Animal Shelter, this is Stephanie. How can I help you?
Hi, my name's Katie Bird. I'm the Inyo County Animal Services Supervisor down here at the shelter in Big Pine. This is Stephanie. She's our front desk attendant and face to the public. She's just passed her probation, so we're keeping her. Yay! She's adopted. We just wanted to invite you down to take a tour, take a look at our critters, and get the general run through. So this is Dixie. She's definitely our long-term resident. She's probably been here close to 4 years. She came in as a kitten, and she has a lot of opinions about the world. So she's quite a character. She does warm up with people, and she does get friendly. She does so on her terms. We all kind of consider her a mascot at this point. But it'd be great to find her a home that will just give her the space and time to kind of take things at her own pace. And I guarantee there's a good cat in there. So she just needs an understanding adopter who can give her the time and space she needs and just accept her as she quirks and all. But we love her.
She's kissing.
Yeah. So, quite a few of our staff members take extra time every day to go hang out with her, give her treats, and play with her, and keep her entertained. So, she's quite a fixture here, but like I said, we'd love to find her a place that she could get out of here. All right, so this is one of our little girls down here. She's available for adoption. No name yet. You can pick it after you adopt her. As you can see, very sweet, very cute, and kind of a rare orange female. So come check her out. She's probably about 4 to 5 months. And she's purring up a storm. I don't know if you can hear her. She's very sweet. So this is Quincy. He's about 4 months old and came in when his owner couldn't keep him anymore. No fault of his own. Just a sweet little guy. Big character. Huh. So he's available for adoption. All right, so this is a litter of 8-week-old kittens. You can see we've got some tuxedos in here and some tabbies. And unfortunately, black cats are usually the ones that are adopted last. People really enjoy the stripes and the colors of the oranges and the calicos. And a lot of times, little guys like this one, even though he's sweet as can be, kind of get overlooked. So consider a black cat when you come to adopt. But these guys are all sweet. So this is another litter we have available. They're kind of adjusting. We've got a little dilute orange, a little calico, and a gray and white. Came in a little bit scared, but they're warming up. They're making progress. So we've got plenty available, and these guys are up for adoption. These guys are probably about 4 months. All right, Gary came from all the way out in Charles C. View. So he's come a long ways to be with us. He's very sweet. He does like to sleep in his litter box, but don't worry, it's clean. But super chill guy, and he's been here a while, so if someone wants just a big, mellow, easy to deal with cat, that's Gary.
Thank you.
So one of the cool things you'll notice in here is that we do have some empty cages, and that's predominantly because we have a booming foster program going on with the kittens. A lot of these kittens, especially when they come in super small, go straight out to foster, and we've got a great group of people right now that are really proactive on not only raising them up, but getting them friendly and getting them adopted. We managed to advertise them really well, so a lot of our kittens at this point don't even have to come here. If you're interested in fostering, just come down and there's some brief paperwork application to fill out, and then we'll get you hooked up with the resources and the training, and then it's just kind of a case by case as needed. When something comes in that needs to go straight into a home, as just for its own health and well-being, we'll know where to contact you and get you all set up. So this is Sasha. She came to us as an owner surrender. She was just kind of living in a kennel, and I think she's glad to be here. Very sweet, very mellow. They don't come prettier than she is. What is she? She's we call her a gray and white husky. We're guessing she's probably between 6 and 7, so she's a mature lady, but she's got plenty of years left. But she's really sweet. She's not hyperactive puppy phase. She just wants to soak up all the love. Okay, so this is Kona. She's about 2 years old. Black, chow mix. She came to us as a stray. She was having fun in a pond, and nobody was around to claim ownership of her, so here she is. She's very sweet. She'd be a great hiking buddy, walking buddy. She's not super high energy, but got plenty of energy to go wherever you want her to go. She's kind of getting overlooked a little bit, because kind of the same with the cats. The black dogs kind of blend in the kennel, and they don't have the spots that make people notice them, but she's a great dog. She's ready to be somebody's best buddy. So this is Tagore. He came to us as a stray out of Bishop. We're guessing he's approximately 4 years old. Unfortunately, his owners never stepped forward to claim him. He's a good boy. He's pretty good, pretty mellow. He did just have a little mass removal, so if you see some stitches, don't be alarmed. He's healing up well. But yeah, he's a good boy. So at the opposite end of the energy spectrum, this is Izzy. She's just going on a year old, calling her a Malinois mix. Owner surrender. She's just a big, high energy puppy that needs a lot of exercise, and she'd be a great running partner for somebody.
And she loves those.
So she may still have some growing left to do. She'll at least fill out a little bit, but she's a good-looking girl who wants a job. So this is our new foster board. Eastern Sierra Dog Rescue donated this very lovely board so we can feature some of our dogs and cats who are not in the facility but are available for adoption through us. So we have another Malinois out there. We've got Sadie and Jasper, and we've got always an assortment of little kittens. So we use this board just so when people walk in, they can kind of see some of the extra animals that they're not going to see if they walk through the the kennel area. But they're all available, and they're soaking up the good life in foster homes.
My favorite part about being here is all of the work that we get to do with the animals here. Our main goal is to find everybody a forever home, and we're really accomplishing that.
She was good, but it wasn't look the flake good. You'll pay the bill? I'm Jason Brown with Laughing Parrot Productions and Sierra Wave Media, and I have two wonderful guests here today. I have Lisa Cox and I have Lindsay Stein. We're going to start with Lisa. Lisa, you are new with the county. What is your position? One, it's great to have you guys both back here. Let's start there first. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Right. And then the second thing is, it is sad to not have you with the forest, but it is wonderful to have you with the county. What's your new county role?
Yeah, so I did leave the forest, but I'm happy to still be in this community and serve my community in a much bigger and different capacity with Inyo County. So I'm the new emergency services manager, and I replaced Michaela Torres. She was my predecessor, so trying to pick up where she left off and basically work on getting our plans up to date for the county as far as emergency preparedness goes, and manage grants, and just looking ahead and trying to plan with all of our county partners, like with the sheriff, to make sure Inyo County is prepared for the next situation that arises.
Well, talking about the sheriff's office, Lindsay Stein.
So I'm Lindsay. I've been here for a while, but just to remind everyone, I do the community relations liaison for the sheriff's office, and I'm also their grant writer. And my role for emergency preparedness is to assist with pushing out information to the community.
Okay, well, talking about emergency services and all those types of things, September is National Preparedness Month.
That's right.
So I'm sure that's why you're here.
Yes, we are here. The theme for this year is preparedness starts at home.
It does, for real.
Yes, it really does. And it starts with your community, right? And just yourself, your family, and your community. So we're here to just bring it back up and refresh people's memory of the basics. So how do you start, to prepare your family at home for a disaster? Do you know or anticipate what could be the next disaster? Typically out here in the Eastern Sierra, we have fires and we have floods. Those are pretty common. So if you think about the top 3 hazards that we are susceptible to out here, it is fire, floods, and potentially earthquakes, even a volcanic eruption maybe, but that's kind of far off.
Well, you're really digging deep into your job there. Okay.
If you're a resident in Aspendell, one of your top concerns is an avalanche. So what are the things that you're doing for yourself, your family, and your community at home first? So
Geographically within the county, there are so many different types of things that could be happening.
There is, and you're going to have a little bit slightly different plan for each type of hazard, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people talk about having a go bag. So what's in your kit?
Yeah.
You have food for during and after the disaster when you can't get back to your home right away.
Right.
Let's say you're evacuated and you don't want to eat. You can't eat certain foods that are provided in the evac center, and you need to have your own, or your medications. Are they expired? Are they gonna, so it's things like that you want to make sure you have packed in your go bag. And do you know where it is? Do your kids and your family know where it is? If you have an elderly neighbor who needs help evacuating sooner than you, how are you going to help your neighbor? Have you had those conversations even
with the neighbor?
Yeah, so having the conversation before you're in a panic state is going to really help ensure your safety and your clear-headedness when you need to leave, and you have to pay attention to things like evacuation alerts that can be kind of confusing if you're flustered and scared.
Oh yeah.
Including my
I'll forget all kinds of things when you're at type of.
It is really important to have that plan, have that go bag prepared, so that you're not panicking about the basics when you're trying to get your family together and out.
I can barely find my meds each night. They're like so loose into everything. So I think, it would be hard to have them in a go bag, but in a go-go bag. But I think that I'm learning from you right now. I need to have them in a bag that would be there ready to grab to put into my go bag.
Another good
Yeah.
suggestion.
Would that work?
Oh,
Yeah, separate level.
side.
Mm-hmm.
Keep some, a little bit onto the side from
It's hard with certain medications
It
because
can
certain
be.
people with medical conditions, they'll only fill a med up until a certain point, like 2 days before, because it could be a controlled substance.
Yeah.
And that would be very difficult. And that's why I just popped in the idea into my head, not that mine are those types of substances. Just kidding. No, they're not.
There's a lot of unassuming messages that are classified as that, so it's not.
But just having fun there. But it would probably be wise to have them in a container that could be immediately grabbed in that instance.
Yeah. And
If you have those types of meds.
yes, and a lot of us who travel a lot, or you got to go down to SoCal a lot or Reno a lot, sometimes you already have like a go bag of some sort that you travel with. Why not make that a really good, to go bag in case
Yeah.
something happens? And, you don't have to go crazy with having everything perfect, but like, what is the bare minimum and bare essentials to
So
keep you alive?
Power
Uh,
hours.
Halfway healthy at least, so that you can think clearly when you're in a panic state and you're trying to worry about other people that you love and care about.
Right.
And you got, if you have children or you have elderly neighbors that they're counting on you, or maybe you're counting on them, how can you have them help you? So this, maybe this season, if you're gathering around family and you're spending time together, even for Halloween, maybe bring it up as a topic to discuss and ask, like, hey, what's our plan?
Mm-hmm.
What's our plan? Whether it's with your kids or maybe your neighbors or friends and family.
So going from supplies, when an emergency alert comes out, our phones usually get buzzed. And I know that we have a new program, or it's actually not new, but we're still trying to get attention to it. I think that would come over to you, Lindsay. We're talking about Genesis, right?
Yeah, so the program is newer to us. It was implemented last year. So that's Genesis Protect. And so where that comes in is it's an alert system. You can download that onto your Android or Apple iPhone. It's an app. You just type in Genesis Protect. And basically the way that works is it provides evacuation information or information pertinent to an incident that is going on in Inyo County. So it would come through as a text message or an email or even just with a sender ID. And that would be just to the cell phones. And I will touch base on iPause. That's the integrated public alert and warning system.
Okay.
So that is what was known kind of as Code Red. That is a force notification system. There is no need to sign up for that. That will
Code
come
Red.
through automatically if there is something that needs to be pushed out, and that will go to the cell phones, it will go to landlines, it will go to TVs, it will come up as a forced notification, and that means something severe is going on, and we are alerting the public immediately.
Okay.
So yeah, with Genesis Protect, we just want to get that out there that everybody sign up for that. You can go to Ready Inyo's webpage, and there is information and a link to sign up. We've had quite a few individuals come into the sheriff's office, and you can ask for me, and I will come out and actually help you download it on your phone and give you a little bit of a lowdown on how to use it. So those are some
That's awesome, because there's a lot of people out there that would not be comfortable doing that.
Yeah. Anytime you got to download another app, you get a big eye roll and like another thing to register for, another thing to sign up for. And we get that people are fatigued in that of that kind of situation with all the signups. But we're talking about you getting the notifications you need to protect your life.
But it's not even just that, Lisa. There's a lot of people that are concerned, like, because I work in the computer industry thing, and
Right.
there's the third party, the
Yeah.
2auth code, and there are fake 2 authentication code apps that pretend to be like Google and stuff that are on the iStore. And I'm like, no, you make sure you go to the second one. And I actually literally have to send them a picture of what it looks like. So some people may just be more comfortable coming down and seeing Lindsay. And if that's you, don't feel bad. She'll make time out of her day to come and help you make sure. Now, the Genesis app, That when we had the Baxter fire down there, that was sending out evacuation notices.
Yeah, so
So it worked.
it works, and it actually works really well. And also what is really cool about Genesis is if you aren't understanding the evac numbers, because they're going to come out as an IC zone and the number, the Genesis app actually has a map in there that will highlight red or yellow, depending on if it's evac order or if it's a warning. So those are the next two things that you'd want to watch out for, because a warning versus an order is something a little bit different from.
Right. An order is you do this. A warning is
Yeah,
we recommend it, but
Yeah, get ready.
yeah.
Get yourself together because you could be evacuating. It could go from a warning to an order in a matter of minutes. And an order, that is a lawful request to evacuate the area. That means it is time to go now. And we are generally pretty good about putting that information out there on our social media. But Genesis will also highlight in there that it is an order. It is time to go.
That's really cool. Now I think we're moving on to events. Is that right? Or am I missing anything? Am I missing anything?
I do want to add
Oh.
a couple things.
I'm missing
If
something.
we have time.
Add. That's
Just
this.
Yep. Just in thinking about those of you out there who have large animals or mobility issues, we want to make sure that you, those folks out there, understand that when we're in an evacuation warning, that means it's time for you to go.
Oh yeah.
So
That's-
if you have mobility issues, let's say you're wheelchair bound or you're on crutches or or you just move a little slower or you have a large animal that takes time to get them into a trailer and get them to the evacuation centers. Those things take like sometimes hours or a whole day. So a warning should heighten those folks to start getting out now. If the warning gets downgraded, no harm, no foul. And yeah, it was a pain in the butt, but at least you were, think of it as practice anyway, and think of it as a good practice of the motions. Because if you wait too long, you panicked, trying to get an animal that's panicked into a trailer or, whatever, trying to get out of there is not going to be safe. So I wanted to bring that up. And if you have access and functional needs, we do have a database that knows where these folks are so we can make sure that they do not get missed. So if you do have an access and functional need like that, we really would encourage you to sign up and get registered with Inyo County Health and Human Services. You can also find that on the Ready Inyo website. And all you do is register what your need is, where you are, and we can add you to our database and make sure that you do not get missed or forgotten about.
And that's really helpful for the sheriff's office as well, because when there's someone who has action or AFN needs, our deputies and our personnel, they go house to house. So we need to know which houses we're going to need to just to get to in a timely manner. So that way that person is moved out and everyone remains safe.
Yeah.
Same with our volunteer firefighter department.
Yes.
I think a lot of people, though, when it comes to the warning, would be concerned in addressing this would be, looting. But I don't think we really have any of that happens up here.
Sheriff's got that covered.
Concern, we have heard, some thoughts on that. So usually when there's a warning out, not everyone chooses to leave. That is up to that individual. We can't force them. So when there is an order in place, though, that means that there are going to be empty houses. We suggest that, you lock up your things if you have time to safely do so. During an incident, there's a lot of, personnel, firefighters, the sheriff's office, CAL FIRE, all the interagencies that come in. There's a lot of people around. So not that they're necessarily paying attention right on that home, but there's a lot of moving parts to that. So we do try to keep vigilant and just make sure that, there is no looting.
They're just things, people. It's not worth your life. That's what really comes down to.
That's a good point.
I guess in the emergency go bag would be important papers too.
Yes, think of the 5 Ps. You got your people, your papers, your prescriptions, your pets, and what am I forgetting?
Peeps. I don't know.
I don't remember the last P.
You're doing a great job. Let's talk events.
Let's go into the events. So, speaking of our wonderful volunteer firefighter departments all around Inyo County, they're hosting special events in October. They're having open houses. So, we wanted to bring that up to see if you'd like to get your family out to one of these events. They're going to be doing, I think several of them are doing flu shot clinics at the same time. But they're going to be, a couple of them will be doing fire extinguisher demonstrations and trainings. And then we're going to try to get out to those events as well and have some more practice with Genesis Protect app, and we'll get you signed up.
You ever watch Star Wars? There is no try. Do or do not. I'm sorry, guys.
I'll be there.
Important wisdom
Priceless
from
item.
Yoda there. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, Yoda says I'll be there. All right. So, from the 6th to the 8th, we have a lot going on. So we've got Olancha Cartago Fire Department is on the 6th.
Okay.
Lone Pine Fire Department's having their open house on the 7th.
All right.
And then on October 8th, we have 3. We have Big Pine Fire Department, Indy, and also Bishop Fire
Wow.
Department.
You can't be at all 3. So.
I can't, but I'll try and make one of them. They're all in the evenings. Most of them start at around 6 p.m.,
Okay.
go to about 8 or 5 to 7. So you'd have to check with your local fire department on that.
All right.
And then also on Tuesday night is National Night Out here in Bishop. So
I was really happy to hear that we were doing National Night Out here, just because when I talked to Chief last, there's a group, a demographic that can't afford to really drive up and out and around to get to these other ones. And I totally understand the rotate it here, make sure that we're serving Southern Inyo County as well and stuff. But a lot of people really love coming out and seeing all the law enforcement. So I was really excited that we decided to do that.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've attended in the past kind of with the Forest Service, but this is going to be I'm really excited to get to know my community and get to know all of our partners as well. And we'll be there if you want to come visit and learn how to deal with Genesis.
Hey, you could down.
User friendly, I will add. It's one of the most user friendly apps that's ever come along for emergency alerts. So, but we're happy to walk you through it and give you a little orientation if you like. And yeah, so that's on the 7th from 5 to 7:30 p.m. behind the courthouse in Bishop in Holland Park.
Right.
So,
Which would be Church Street.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to add besides slapping me for being ridiculous?
That's it.
That's it? You're just not slapping me and we're done?
Yeah, I'm just wanting to tell everyone I'm really excited about being in this position. I'm really excited to serve you guys in this way. And thanks for having me. And I know I have a lot to learn from my community as well. So anytime you want to give me a call or email me, or you have input that you'd like to hear about how your community needs to be served better in emergency situations, I want to hear about it. So just let me know.
Okay. Well, Lindsay, thank you as always. Lisa, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm Jason. This is Skippable News.
Hello, this is Jimmy T. in a room with many views at the historic Bishop Twin Theater. Today, Downton Abbey. First of all, yes, I liked it. Yes, I will watch it again. I would actually think about buying this. So the premise is it takes place in 1930, and there's change. It's the year after the stock market crash. Europe is still in a depression. There's change going on around the world, in England, and at Downton Abbey. So it's an adult language in that it's a mature conversation between two people. The situations are mostly real. I know them, I've been in them, or I know people who've been in them. The scenery, the acting, the writing, the directing, everything is it's watchworthy. So I highly recommend Downton Abbey at your historic Bishop Twin Theater this week, and go see it, enjoy, and pay attention to Noel Coward. There's actually some history intermingled with fiction. Be tremendous.